Happy Tuesday. Welcome to part 3 of this anonymous Facebook post. Today we're going to be talking about how intrusive thoughts can turn even the most normal activities into absolute mental torture. So maybe it's brushing your teeth, studying for school, things that should be simple, automatic parts of life, but for some people, they become so wrapped up in this mental war. So for the first post, it says, I've had what I'd describe as OCD about my teeth since I was around 13, 14 years old, and now I'm 24. I get hyper aware of my teeth from the look of the gum line, how straight they are, to the thickness of my enamel, and any little chips/bumps. When I was 13, 14, I didn't even brush for a week as I was scared of chipping my teeth. I get really nervous in the morning and at night when it's time to brush my teeth. I even turned the lights off. I bought carrot sticks with me for lunch and couldn't even eat them as I was scared. I also never bite into apples because I'm scared my teeth will be pulled out. So this person can't eat carrots or apples because their brain has convinced them that their teeth are in constant danger. And of course, this is where OCD likes to ride that line of being believable because, maybe in some circumstance you could lose a tooth biting an apple, but that's, extreme circumstances. But it really capitalizes on those possibilities and makes it feel very real and like this is what's going to happen to you, but it takes things out of context. So here's another one. In my final year of high school, my problem started in middle school when I had an obsession with studying. I would repeat things several times. For example, I'd say the title of a lesson out loud, and if I made a mistake on a single letter, I would start over. In the exam hall, I read questions multiple times, wanting to repeat them out loud even though I know the answers. I can only write the answer after reading it several times. I've endured this method for years, but now I've reached a breaking point. I can no longer tolerate it, and studying feels like punishment. So studying, I've heard this so many times from perfectionists, where it's something that, should help you succeed and likely you want to get it over with. But this person takes it so far that they have to repeat, rehash, probably rewrite so many things. And all of those compulsions are just building more and more anxiety around this activity. And I've worked with enough perfectionists to know that eventually they start to avoid their work altogether. So this really creates a lot of self-sabotage. So in this scenario, the person is really stressed out, and a way to deal with their stress is to repeat things. And maybe once upon a time it did work and help them feel better. But again, bottom line, it's not going to serve you in the long run. So the goal here would be to resist doing those compulsions, such as delay, skip, or decrease some of those rituals. So instead of repeating the title of the lesson out loud, try to skip it. And it may feel uncomfortable at first, but try to find somewhere to start. So in both of these scenarios, people are experiencing false alarms. Because sure, your teeth can chip, but not from eating carrots. And yeah, you might make some mistakes on tests. That's what happens. But reading them multiple times doesn't prevent that from happening. So if you're struggling with any of these patterns, check out the link in my show notes to join my OCD Intensives program, where you can get relief in as little as 3 weeks. And come back next week where we're going to dive into part 4, where we're going to talk about when depression and hopelessness join the party of OCD.